Hey guys, it's Jeff, and today at WWDC 2019, Apple did in fact release tvOS 13, and that was the fastest software update that we could get today. To start out with, we have iOS 13, iPadOS 13, and some other software downloading at the moment, but tvOS was the fastest. So we'll give you kind of a first look at the tvOS 13 software. We have the Apple TV 4th generation here, and this is our first look at tvOS 13. Okay, so we have tvOS loaded up here, and if we go into the TV app, you can see we have a few changes here. So if we go into a show, the UI experience here is just a little bit different. All of the information is displayed differently. We have an awesome layout here. It looks absolutely amazing. It's not too different from what we saw in tvOS 12, but I definitely noticed an improvement in kind of the overall UI experience. Now, if we go back to the homepage here, obviously everything has changed. You can see our top picks, like what to watch, is up here at the top. But if we go over to the Apple Music app, it gives kind of a preview of what we will experience over on the Apple Music app. Same with the TV Arcade or the Apple TV Arcade. So if we go into Apple Arcade, that is unfortunately not working right now. It will be coming soon. Hopefully within the beta process, we'll be able to see it. But that's sort of a short preview of the Apple Arcade menu. If we go over to the Apple Store, or the App Store, you can see here that the UI experience is pretty much all the same. If we go to get anything, the experience that we saw on the Apple TV app, everything pretty much looks the same. Now, if we go down a little bit into the menus here, we can see that we have some new apps here, movies for iTunes, TV shows for iTunes. That's all really cool. But I noticed that the UI experience overall is just a little bit different. So if I hold on to the Apple TV menu here, let's say to turn off my device or put it to sleep, this menu pops up here on the right-hand side. So this looks just a little bit different than what we saw before. I can actually go ahead and select my HomePod as my device here of choice. I don't have to hold down on the play button when I'm in the home menu. So I can just use the Apple TV button for all of that. So the button layout has changed just slightly. I really like this change, and I can go ahead, select my HomePod, or I can go back and select my Apple TV, whatever I want to project my audio through. So that's really cool. I can also use this as a search function. So I can go ahead and search anything that I want on the Apple TV, and then that will pop up onto my iPhone for the keyboard if I choose to use my iPhone as a keyboard. Now, as far as using Siri, find me a cool show. Siri looks a little bit different. So you can see that the shows at the bottom there popped up. It looks a little bit more translucent than what we were seeing before. Obviously, a very translucent feel in tvOS 12. But now in tvOS 13, everything looks just slightly more smoothed out. Now, if we go into General and then About, and then we take a look at the tvOS version that we're running, I'll show you the build number. It's 17J5485S. So if you guys want to go ahead and get this version of tvOS, I have a link down below to the configuration profile, which you can go ahead and install. What you do is you take the link to that configuration profile, enter it into tvOS. So we'll go down to General, go to Privacy, go to Share Apple TV Analytics, go ahead, press the play button, and then you can go ahead and add your configuration profile here. So let's go back here. When you go ahead and add your profile, you can go ahead, copy and paste the link to that configuration profile from Dropbox. Go ahead, paste that into the keyboard on your iPhone or iPad, whatever device you're using. But at the end, there is a 0. Change that to a 1. And then go ahead and click enter, and you should be able to install that profile of tvOS 13 pretty easily within your device. But guys, that's just a kind of brief preview of what we're seeing here within tvOS 13. Obviously, we have Apple Podcasts here on tvOS. The look of the Apple Podcast looks absolutely amazing, and the whole layout looks just slightly better than what we're getting in tvOS 12. But obviously, the kind of big feature with the Apple TV right now is Apple TV Plus subscription service, where we're going to see kind of a new streaming service from Apple. So we're all waiting on that. That will be released later this fall. But in the meantime, we have a couple of things to look at here in tvOS 13, just a couple of changes. And yeah, everything just looks and feels just a little bit smoother than what we were seeing before. Okay, guys, what was your thoughts on tvOS 13? Let me know in the comment section down below. That was our first look at the first beta of tvOS 13. If you want to stay up to date with all of the betas with iOS 13, tvOS 13, iPadOS 13, and all of the betas that Apple released today, go ahead, get subscribed to the channel, and also hit the bell button to get updates as soon as any of that content is released. If you want to get more involved with the channel, join our forum. It has like 1,800 members. Discord server link to that is in the video description below. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching this video, and hopefully I'll see you in some upcoming content. Peace.